Um, Hello, sir. So today I'll answer your interview question and answer. So for the first question, are inequality and discrimination linked to violence against women and girls? If so, how? Well, I have to say there is a relationship between inequality and discrimination and between women and girls because in our society we believe that men are superior and women are inferior beings even though there's the equality rules, gender equality now, but it's still the same. That's still the hidden meaning of society. That's why we have so many inequality treatments and discrimination towards women. They don't have that much rights and respect compared to us because like the men's believe that they are superior even though they know, but then they unconsciously believe that they're still superior compared to women. So it causes the discrimination and equality. And the second question, are young people equipped to deal with a gender-based violence? Do they have access to enough support and or tools? Well, truth to be told, we are we're not that equipped enough to deal with gender-based violence. Even though we have internet, TV, and also many um, documentaries from Nat Geo or Discovery talking about gender equality, well, we don't really take much notice of it because mainly we listen from the elders and stuffs in real life, and they all talk the same thing about you should treat the man more, respect the man more, and then women's less support. And then for the third question, have television, movies, music, magazines, and the internet shaped your view of man, woman, boy, girls, and yourself? How? Well, they do shape my view of the people because like when you see the movie, they usually have a repeated trend or style, which is like man saves a woman, or like woman supposed to say thank you and kiss you to the man. In the if the movie is like the adventure thing and he saved the woman, it kind of shaped your way of thinking if you think about it, because like after seeing, even though you don't want to admit it, after like a repeated amount of the same thing happen over and over again, you starting to get used to it, and then my mind is like being shaped into thinking like what women are and then what do they do, and are we supposed to treat them, or are we supposed to be the one that pays for the stuffs instead? And then the fourth question, how can young people challenge sexist attitudes and promote equality between the sexes at school and in the community? So we can, the only way for us to challenge this sexist attitudes and promote equality, well, is we men, it's not the woman that has to raise up their voice, but it's actually men. We us men have to raise up their voices. Because like when it comes to sexist attitudes, it's mostly us men that cause a thing, but also women supported it. So it's actually making it worse. So the only way for us is either we stop the woman or we stop the man who's having the sexist attitudes, telling them to shut up or something. Or if the woman says that they want the rights and then they keep abusing that, you can, I guess you can hit them if they are the one who's wrong at fault. That's the only way. Or and then we tell to others too. We shout it saying that, well, gender equality, I guess. So question number 5: how do boys and girls, men and women, show respect for one another? Well, for us to show respect against to one another for one another, we should not take the best way to do it is to not use the word we women or we men have our own problems too, but rather we have to respect by listening to them first. It's not to complain about our own we don't have rights or stuff, but rather to listen to them, and then we try to help them each other if possible. That's the only way for us to respect to one another. Number 6. Are gender differences mainly because of biology or more because of socialization? My answer to this is a bit of both. Biology makes the woman has different body parts compared to woman. That's a physical gender differences, but the social definition of it. The biology causes makes our body looks different, but the socialization makes our mental attitude between each gender different. So it's a bit of both. Question number 7. Some bar or nightclubs offer free entry to women on ladies' night. How do you feel about this practice? Well, it's actually a good thing because like with the women's by giving the woman some free entry, they can like enjoy themselves with only women only, no men, and then respect and then talk and share each other's stories for the night. But honestly, I personally think that there should be a men's some free entry for men's night because like if it's always about women, so it's a bit really unfair because men there's not much holidays or respect to them at all. Mainly just if they complain, they get the answer be man up. So it's kind of weird how our world works. Number 8, has your country ever had a female leader? Does the gender of the leader makes a differences? Yes, it's actually related to each other because of the socialization issue that you mentioned above, and a bit of biology and a bit of socialization. Because like my country does not have a woman leader at all. It's all men. In the history, there might be some, but then they're over exaggerated. So I don't think those are real. Most probably men are the one who created the story. But in my country, because you're a man, you have more opportunity to have connections and relationship with bigger people, bigger groups and people. So you have a higher chances and to lead the country, to lead the people more than others. Because women, they don't have like they cannot just communicate to everyone, but they are limited to mostly women. Men, some of them sometimes they actually can, but then mostly they're limited down to women between women only. Not. And question number 9. Should women be able to fight on the front line in the military? What reasons against can you think of? Well, I think they should actually. Women should be able to fight on the front line in the military. History has proved that a lot. Many of the histories that you read, sometimes it's not just only men, even kids, women, elders, they also fight. So I think it's fine for that. But the reason for me to think it's not fine is that only pregnancy actually. Because like when you're pregnant, you're not carrying the burden of only carrying one life, which is yourself. You're carrying another life. And that life should not be wasted like that because of you. It's kind of irresponsible then because like you're carrying something. If you want to die, you can die by yourself. That's fine. But then if you die with another because of your mistake, then that's not fine at all. That's not okay. Now, last question. Do women face more barriers in succeeding in business than men? Yes, they do. And like I mentioned before, it's the connections. Because they're women. They're usually limited to doing culinaries and stuff. People would believe that they're not supposed to do business and then talking to women, talking to big companies, because they're supposed to do the housework and stuff. Well, it's kind of bullshit, but I think that's what our society is right now. And this concludes my interview question and answer, sir.